Hey y'all, it's Allie. I am back with another video specifically about mastectomies and items that I recommend maybe you pick up, or some suggestions if you are planning on having a either elective mastectomy like I did, or if you are having a mastectomy because of breast cancer. These are just some of the things that helped me out throughout my process and my journey. As a quick little recap, I had a elective mastectomy in, I believe it was February of 2020, right before COVID got really bad, and then kind of dragged on because of COVID. But basically, I did have a complete mastectomy, so I had everything taken out. I had my nipples removed, and in that first surgery, that's what he did. He took that off, and then he put half-filled tissue expanders in my breast pockets and had those filled up until I was happy with the size. Next surgery after that, he swapped them out. He took out the expanders, and instead of getting implants, I decided to do a fat transfer. Because he told me about every 10 to 15 years you do have to swap out your implants. And I'm going to be 35 this year, so I'm not young, but I'm not old either, and I didn't want to keep having surgery. So I just did fat transfer. So that's what I have right now in my chest is my abdominal fat. So he moved my abdominal fat into my breast pockets when he took out the expanders. The third surgery I had, which I had last month, yeah, it was May 5th. It was basically just a scar revision, which my scars look really good now. Also, I forgot to mention in my second surgery, when he did my fat transfer, he also took extra skin off my stomach, did a tummy tuck, but with that extra skin, he also built me nipples. So I do have nipples that are made, and he also did a scar revision on those nipples in this last surgery I had. So scar revision, mostly just to tweak it. He also lifted them up a little bit because they were a little bit droopy, so it was more like cosmetic for that last final surgery. But anyway, when I first had that mastectomy and I had everything removed, I did have some supplies with me, and they were really helpful, and I thought I would share them with you guys to see if maybe they help you out or give you some ideas. As far as the pain goes for after surgery, one thing I noticed when I woke up from surgery the first time when I had the removal of the breasts and the nipples was the incisions did burn. I did have, let me see if I can kind of show you. So when he did that, he basically cut all the way underneath. So I had a scar that went all the way underneath right here, and that incision did hurt. And then he put the expanders in up this way. And then I had a port that was under my armpit. It was like about right here. It was magnetic, so it was kind of funny because he would get his little magnet out and put the magnet there and then find the port and then fill it until I had my desired size. That was a process that took, I did that like once a week for about 2 months. It should have been like 2 months, but it was a little bit longer because COVID happened like as soon as I got home. Like it was in America, and like everyone was going like crazy and everything shut down like when I came home from the hospital recovering from that. So I had to wait a little bit longer because they were not really doing doctor appointments. They were doing like life-saving things, which is completely understandable. Like I would rather somebody go to the hospital because they are in desperate need of life-saving help rather than me just getting my expanders filled. But anyway, so the incision did burn. I did have a drain. I had two drains actually. I had a drain on either side right here, and I actually got drains on either side for all of my surgeries. So I kind of have like some bad scarring right here just because it's been the area has been poked around a lot. But I did have two drains, and I also had I think that's it. But yeah, so the incision pain did hurt. The part where it was like more of like a burning feeling, like a burning sensation. And it did feel really tight because he did remove everything and then he put the expanders in half filled for me. So there was like a pulling feeling, especially because it was kind of filled and it was cut right here. So it was it was like pressure. I will say the one thing that hurt the most was right here. I don't know what you call those, pectoral muscles. Those hurt so bad. They felt like I was doing push-ups for hours on end, and then the next day I was that sore. Like it hurt so bad. One thing I didn't expect was having such issues with my arms afterwards. Um, like even just like barely moving like that was so painful from the muscle pain. Like even just like going like that was just so hard. Um, so that's what I would say was I that's what happened to me after my first surgery when I had the actual mastectomy. So some of the things I have that kind of helped me throughout my recovery process that I would recommend, you know, like I said, I hope you get some ideas. I had my surgery through Kaiser in Southern California, and Kaiser had me go to a little class before my surgery and gave me like a little care package. It was like in a little pink bag. It was pretty cute. I don't have the bag anymore, but they gave me these two pillows. Um, I was given these by Kaiser, but honestly, you can find these anywhere. You can probably find these at the Dollar Tree or Five Below or something like that, maybe Walmart. But I really like these and I use these a lot because when I was recovering, I just was able to put them under my arms, and it doesn't seem like it would do much, but trust me, it does so much, like especially on the side here, just giving like your arms and your chest that extra support. So I use these for like, I don't know, like a couple weeks. But yeah, I would just highly recommend maybe thinking about getting that. It helps out so much. Um, so I have the little pillows, and um, they also gave me these little pink balls, and they're just like these little, I don't even know if it says Kaiser or anything. I don't know. Yeah, it says Kaiser on it. Ooh. But they're just like these little like foam balls. Um, I wasn't allowed to use these when I had drains, so I had to wait for my drains to be taken out. But pretty much you just do these exercises where you can just squeeze them, and that's just to keep like your arm strength and like your the sides right here. Like it's just to kind of help with that. Um, I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot. One thing that I had to do after I was kind of like almost fully healed is it was really hard for me to raise my arms all the way up. Um, it just was like felt impossible. Like it felt like my skin was just like stuck like this. So I actually had to go to like physical therapy, and I had to do these stretches, and they gave me this like little pulley system. But you definitely want to use these while you're recovering because it definitely helps prevent that. I did use them. I didn't use them as much as I should, which I think is the reason why I had that problem like lifting my arms all the way up after I was almost completely recovered. But yeah, you just do this for like a few minutes, you know, just watch TV, just squeeze them, do a few minutes of it, maybe go up like this and squeeze and stuff like that throughout the day. So little squeezy balls, I'm sure, again, you can probably find these at like the Dollar Tree, Walmart, Five Below. If I see anything, if I see any of these products that are similar on Amazon, I'll link them below, or Walmart, anywhere. So I have those. So sports bras. So you are going to need a sports bra. I had a sports bra that I got from Walmart. It was similar to this. You want to get something that closes in the front or zips in the front. The ones that I used the most that were most comfortable for me immediately after surgery was an all cotton one. It kind of looked like this one. So it kind of looked like this, except in the middle it had metal hooks. I don't have them anymore because they didn't fit me after everything was said and done, and they were taking up room in my dresser, so I threw them away. But basically, they just had hooks instead, and it was really comfortable to wear. I did have to wear a sports bra for almost 2 months. I only could take it off when I showered, but I slept in it. I was in it during the day. It's actually not that bad. It's not really that noticeable, but anyway, I would recommend getting a sports bra. The one that I got that had the hooks on it, I did get that from Walmart. This one I did get from Walmart, and it gave me more support. The one that was just like all cotton like this, it was comfortable, but it wasn't as supportive, but this one definitely gave me more support. As my expanders were getting filled, after my expanders started getting filled, I felt a lot of pressure directly under my breast. Um, it was borderline painful, but it was more uncomfortable. So to give myself extra support, what I got from Walmart, which I'll try and link everything below that I have, okay? But it's like, I call them chicken cutlets, but it's these little cups, and it's actually like liquid inside here. It's not gel, it feels like water. But what I would do is I would put on this, felt like I needed more support. Like I felt like as my breasts were getting heavier from the expansion, like it was causing discomfort, like where my ribs and under my breast were. So what I would do is I would put this on, and then this little cutlet, I would just stick it underneath, and it kind of gave me a little extra cushion and a little bit more support, and that helped me out a lot. I wore those for, I don't know, a few weeks, but I would really recommend, if you have discomfort under your breast, to maybe get some of these. They were really cheap, and I still have them. I don't know why I still have them, but I have them. For the drains, I actually had, no, yeah, I had 2 drains the first surgery. The next surgery I had after that, I had 4 drains because I had a tummy tuck as part of my fat transfer and my skin, my nipple, building my nipples. And then in my 3rd surgery, I had 2 drains. But anyway, drains. Drains are not fun. But anyway, some things you're gonna need for drains, which I should already have this out, but I don't. No, that's not it. Okay, I don't have it with me. I apologize, but I'm sure you can buy these everywhere now, especially now that things have died down with COVID. This isn't it, but it's alcohol wipes. So you're gonna want to use some alcohol wipes, because when you have to, I don't know what you call it. I'm blanking out right now. Basically, when you have to like clean the line for your drain, you want to use a wet wipe, like an alcohol wipe, and just like, here's like the tube, right? So you just like open it up, and then you like, and it makes it so much easier, you know, hold on to where the actual drain is coming out of your body. Hold on to that really tight so you don't pull it. And then you just take your cotton pad, or your alcohol pad, and you just kind of pull it, and then it can go all the way into the bulb. It just makes it easier. It slides really quick, so it makes it a lot easier to drain. You do have to, 3 times a day, I would flush, oh, that's what they call it, flush my drains. And then with the bulb, they give you a measuring cup, and you just pour it in, and just log how much you're draining. They didn't take my drains out specifically until my whole day had less than 30 mLs of fluid coming out. So I would do those 3 times a day, when I woke up, in the middle of the day, and before I went to bed, log it out, add it up. And then when I got to a point where it was less than 30 for the whole day, then they were able to take out the drains and realize that like I didn't need those anymore. But drains are a pain in the ass. I hate them. I know they sell certain bras or certain corsets or things like that where you can safety pin like part of the drain to your body, so that way it's like you don't have to worry about it. What I did, so I got this at Walmart. It's like a little fanny pack. It actually came with some straps. Right here, as you can see, I cut them. It was like a little handbag, but then it also had like this strap to it. And I got a big one because on my 2nd surgery, I had 4 drains, so they all fit. You probably don't need one this big, but I would recommend getting like a cheapy fanny pack, or if you know you're gonna have a bunch of drains, get a bigger one. Again, I got this at Walmart. I'll try and link it below, but I have some of my supplies in here. But what I would do, I cut the straps off because the straps were annoying me, but I basically got this fanny pack, and I would just pack it around my waist like this. I would have my drains from here in here. I would have my drains from my sides, from my tummy tuck in here. That way I could walk around my house and I don't have to worry about holding on to drains or going to the bathroom. If I went to the bathroom, I just like lifted it up and, you know, went about my business. But this might seem a little excessive. I know this is like really big. Again, if you have 2 drains, you probably can get away with a smaller fanny pack. Fanny packs they do sell at Five Below as well, so you can get you a cute one for super cheap at Five Below. But just a suggestion, I didn't go on public with this. Actually, the only time I went out with this on is when I had follow-up doctor's appointments. That's when I wore this, just because like I didn't want to walk around with like drains hanging out. That's kind of gross. So just a suggestion. I would not spend, if you are gonna have tissue expanders put in as part of your reconstruction, I would not go crazy buying a bunch of bras. I have so many sports bras. I started off small, and then as my expanders were filled, I got bigger ones, and then as I got filled, I had to get bigger ones. And so I wouldn't spend a whole lot of money on sports bras. Honestly, I got a 3-pack from Walmart just because I knew I was going to kind of outgrow them and I didn't want to spend a bunch of money. So don't go ham on the sports bras. Like, start off with a couple, see how they fit, and then as things get bigger, if you have the expanders and you get them filled, just get a bigger size when the time comes. So I guess the next thing I'll talk about is like some surgical dressings. So these are Equate, which is the Walmart brand. I did have like some leakage under where my drain was, and then obviously the incisions, like they were a little bloody and crusty. So I just bought these gauze pads. They come individually wrapped, but I would just stick them under my sports bra wherever I was having any leakage or any bleeding, just to kind of contain it. I didn't really care about the sports bras, like they were meant for surgery, so if they got stained, I didn't care, but just to kind of like keep everything contained, I got these. These are the small ones. These are 4 by 4 inches, so I use those on smaller areas. And then if I had big leakage, because I actually had an issue with one of my drains where it was like not suctioning anymore because the hole got too big and then like things were spilling out of it. I know, probably TMI, but I did get bigger ones. These are 5 by 9 extra large surgical dressings. I got some of these and these are really good. So you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on dressings or anything like that. Don't feel like you have to get like the Band-Aid brand or anything. These worked fine. Equate brand, would recommend. When I was actually able to shower, and if I still had a spot here that seemed like it was still healing, it was still exposed, it was a little open, I did a couple of things. So the first thing I did was I got one of those gauze pads, and then I just got some tape and I taped around it. It worked, but it was just a pain because I had to make sure everything was sealed and I had to take the time to peel it and all this other stuff. So I found these like afterwards, and I'm really sad because I could have used these during that time. But if you do have any spots that seem like they're not healing as fast, but you do want to get in the shower, but you're still a little worried about it, you want to keep it covered, protected, maybe not have like tap water hit it. Band-Aid water block large adhesive, 100% waterproof and 100% germ proof. I have tried about 5 different waterproof Band-Aids, and this brand, the Band-Aid one, the water block, is amazing. It's, when it says waterproof, it means it's waterproof. Like, you're not going to get anything in there. So if anything, if you have a spot that's tricky and giving you problems and you want to take a shower, Band-Aid water block comes in clutch. I think I probably got these at Walmart. As you can probably tell, I shop at Walmart a lot. And then also, of course, as things were healing and things started becoming like scabs and scars, after I got out of the shower, I would just put some Neosporin ointment. I was talking to my doctor about this when I was following up with him, and at first I had the cream, and he said the cream is fine, but he recommends to use the ointment. So Neosporin ointment over the cream. I guess you can use either one, but he said the ointment was better. I got these on Amazon. They are Unisolve adhesive remover wipes, and they just come in a box like this. This came in a box of 50, but again, they're like the alcohol pads. So I got this because I had a lot of tape, because when I first got my mastectomy, I was all bandaged up like a zombie. I'll try and insert pictures throughout this thing so you can see what I'm talking about. But I had like they basically made me like a halter top of bandages, and it was all bandaged up, and I had to wear that for almost a week before I saw my doctor. And then he took it off, and then I had a bunch of like tape and like band-aid stuff, and it was just sticky, and I kept trying to scrub it and it wouldn't come off, and I was just tired of it. And then, you know, it's sticky, so like as time goes on it starts getting like dark, and then it looks just like dirty. But these adhesive remover wipes, they're oily, but oh my god, they take off all that stuff so fast and so easily. And it actually comes pretty big too. It's not just like, you know how like an alcohol wipe can kind of be like this, like maybe like that big. Let me open one up so you can see it. And it's juicy. But it's actually pretty big for a wipe. But this is how big it is. And then the alcohol wipes that I was using was like half this size. So when I got these, and they were actually, oh, it just dripped, see? But yeah, so would recommend. Where's the trash can? There it is. Other than that, I think that's it. Those are just some things that I used while I was recovering. I've rambled on for about 21 minutes now, so I apologize, but those are just things that helped me recover along the way. And I wanted to share it with you guys just in case, like I said, if somebody wants to do this electively, or if somebody is doing it because they do have cancer. I hope it helps. If you guys have any suggestions or want to see any type of videos like this, some more videos, let me know, and I can definitely make those for you. All the stuff I have I kept because I knew eventually I wanted to make videos and share with you guys. I'm going to make another video after this as well, for more information. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope some of this was useful for you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.